Hello again, and welcome to another episode. Okay, so I say that every time I come to you that I am so excited. Okay, well, this time is no different. I am so excited, and I'm especially honored to have this guest with us today. I'm gonna tell you, this is Terrell. She's better known as Terrell with the red glasses. I'm gonna let her tell you who she is and a little bit about herself. But before I do that, let me tell you guys how we met. So, many of you know, and I talk about this every single week, that I'm on Clubhouse app. Okay. So Terrell and we met on Clubhouse. We both had been following somebody who was a Clubhouse coach, and then we entered her coaching group, and her and I just got to know each other and have become friends and sisters in Christ. And she is such an amazing benefit to our community of Kingdom coaches. And her and I also work together. So I am just so pleased to have this amazing, phenomenal woman come and talk to you all today. She's going to tell you what she does, but this is just such an honor for me to sit, I don't say next to, like to sit beside, in front of, how this is virtual. But it's just an honor for me to be with you today, Terrell. Thank you so much for joining us. So please, why don't you go ahead and just say hi to the people and let them know who you are, who you serve, and what you do and how you got started. Like, tell them all the things, okay?
Okay, definitely. Well, first of all, thank you so much. I'm so excited to be here. I couldn't wait for your podcast. I was like, yes, Coach Kelly's got a podcast. I got to get on there. And let me tell you guys, she has so many people waiting. I'm probably like the 10th person by now. I don't know. But I am Terrell Salley Hollimon, and I'm known as Coach T because it's a lot easier for people to remember. And yes, I'm the one with the red glasses. I have on red now. It's like a dark red, but it's red because I love the color red. It's very vibrant. And then I have about 6 or 7 pairs of reds. So that's how I roll. That's just how I roll. But anyway, and let me tell you a little bit about myself. Now, listen, I've been married 32 years, going on 33 this year. It'll be 33 years. I have 2 adult children. God bless them. I am the oldest of 3, and I have to thank my dad for still being with us. God bless him. He's private, 85 years old, stepping and doing what he want to do, and I definitely take care of him too. And I love what I do. It's interesting how my journey kind of started because I was in finance and accounting, which is usually very, very, like this. And it was kind of boring to me, to be honest with you. So, in my transition from finance to accounting, I got diagnosed with a condition called systemic lupus, but we won't get into that. But more importantly, is that as a result of that, I didn't know how to handle it. So I was like an ostrich, and I put my head deep into the sand, and I was like, I'm not dealing with this. Then I just started eating uncontrollably. And as a result of eating uncontrollably for like, let's see, that was about 10, 11 years, having 2 babies at the same time. I never lost baby weight. And my body just like, yo, what are you doing to yourself? So I had to learn how to come out of that, how to research foods and nutrition and get my body back together because it was suffering so much that I almost died. So as a result of that, and getting some help with some other programs that a lot of people know about in terms of weight loss, got rid of the 100 pounds. Thank you, Jesus. And then I said, listen, you know what? Since this happened to me, I wonder how many other women are dealing with this. And that's when I started my road to say, hey, I would love to take the opportunity to coach. And this is what I do. I empower purpose driven professional women like yourselves that are watching today that are looking to get back that self worth and that love that you might have lost because of the way your body's feeling and help you transform it back from those hurts, those habits, and those health issues that you're dealing with into holistic living so that you can thrive unapologetically while we're here on this earth together. Because, when you do that, you feel more vibrant about yourself, you feel more sexy, you feel more alive, you can live longer to do the things that you want to do. Because when we're not healthy, girl, that pain be hurting so bad, you don't want to get out of bed. You don't want to take care of the kids. You don't want to take care of your spouse. You don't want to go to work. There's a lot of things. So I'm here in the gap to help you do that and help you walk that walk together because you can't do it by yourself and help you get back to the self that you want to be again. And that's what I am about, and that's what I do. Back to you, Coach Kelly.
Yes. Okay, so let's find out exactly who you work with. So
Mhm.
talk about your clients. Are they usually younger? Are they older? Are these women that are, professionals? Or are these stay-at-home moms? Or what does this look like for you?
Well, most of my clients come to me around the ages about 35 to about, I would say, no older than 60, because by this time they've had kids. Most of them are professionals or business owners or even entrepreneurs like yourself that are have gone through so many things in life already that they know they need to make some changes. Most of them have had kids already. Most of them, unfortunately, are dealing with a lot of stress. Okay, because some of them have multiple businesses. Some of them are working long hours if they're working in the professional, at the workplace, and they're working 10 or 15 hours, and they know they're not eating right. They know they're not sleeping right. They know they're not drinking enough water. They're eating a lot of processed foods because they're running around trying to take care of the kids and balance their lives with their spouses and all the organizations that they have on their head. So usually those are the women that come to me because sometimes they feel by this time um, they've gained weight, maybe from the babies or not losing the weight or just the fact that they're eating not correctly. And they lose their confidence again. They don't like to show up on camera or they don't like to show up on a speaking stage because they're conscious about it. Or even in the workplace, they have to do a presentation. They're like, oh my gosh, Terrell, I don't know what to do. So I get women from that sphere of the workplace and as entrepreneurs too, because we know, especially in our society, right? Especially with social media, you got to show up on camera. You got to show up and be able to speak. And if you don't have enough energy to sustain yourself to speak or to come on camera, you shrink back. And we don't want that for our beautiful women, right? We don't want them. We want them to have a healthy way of living, holistically speaking. When I say holistic, let me share a little bit about that because some people might be like, what's she talking about holistically? Holistically means that we are talking about the environment. We're talking about your finance. We're talking about your marriage. We're talking about your kids. We're talking about the joy in your heart, the physical, the mental, and emotional. Of course, the Holy Spirit in reference to that too. How all of that works together in a circle of life. We need all of those pieces to be harmonious in order for us to be a whole person. We cannot come, let me use my words correctly here. We want to come in wholeness. And that's what holistic means. We want to come as whole because sometimes a lot of us come broken. And I'm here just to help you walk that walk so that you can realize there's areas that might not be as whole as you like. And Terrell comes in and help you make the wholeness as we walk together to get you to that other side transformation. So I hope that helped.
Yes, it absolutely does. And so you are just so encouraging. You have run blocks on the Good Morning Kingdom Coaches show, and
Yeah.
I've seen some interviews that you have done with other people and in spaces where you get to talk about what it is that you do. And one of the things that I admire most about you is your passion to see people live these holistically healthy lives free of ease. And so when you say that you empower women, which I know you do, I just want you to tell the audience, how do you empower them with this new lifestyle, and how does that look like, or how does that translate into them living a lifestyle which is now even more peaceful? How,
Mhm.
the work that you're doing, how can they now experience peace at a greater level because they've worked with you?
Okay. Well, my niche in reference to holistic living is the blood type lifestyle. Okay. And with the blood type lifestyle, I'll tell you a couple of things. You will learn about your DNA because we all are made with regard to our DNA. And there's four blood types that each and every person is born with. And the more we learn that there are certain foods that will boost your energy, okay, and give you life, not death, and helps you to sustain a healthier way of living. Okay. And when I guide and teach women how to start cooking, start shopping, start meal planning, start prepping, and really learning that strategy for themselves, oh my gosh, the results are phenomenal. I've had clients and people that I work with that, quote unquote, didn't pay me, but they just wanted to know, how do I learn to live for my blood lifestyle? And I remember when I first started this, because I did it for myself first. That's the first person I tested on was myself. Okay. And as a result, I got rid of 50 more pounds. So it was a total of 100 pounds when I got really serious about using this. Okay. The first person that I worked with is a person down in Atlanta. And I remember her saying to me, I'm serious about this tea. I really got to get something going on. The doctor's been telling me that I got high blood pressure. You know, I might have a potential for diabetes. All this stuff is going on. And I said, well, let's start this. So she went to grocery shop and she bought everything for her blood type, everything. Okay. She got rid of all the other foods. And then the first week she lost 6.5 pounds. I was so excited. And then she kept going and we would stay in contact. I'm like, hey, how's it going? Do you need a little help? Yeah, T, what did I do? How do I eat this? How do I cook this? So we were working on it. In 2 or 3 weeks, her nails started growing. Her nails, okay? I've been on Clubhouse in rooms where people have testified to me that their hair, even their hair have grown since they've been eating for their blood type. I feel that is a crucial part of what I do because that gives them almost like the framework. It's like a blueprint, but I customize it for each woman, of course, because everybody's different. People living in different states, people living in different countries. So, of course, we have to change a little bit. But in terms of them knowing this, and once they get it down pack and they believe and actually do the work, the peace comes in when they start seeing the transformation. Like that one person, the weight started peeling off. Another person, her skin started clearing up. I have a recent testimony of a friend of ours that we both know that stopped eating sugar, a certain sugar food that was like really in her life for like 30 something days. And she couldn't believe it. She lost weight. Her skin is clearer. She has more clarity in her brain cells, she told me. She said she couldn't believe just changing one food group. It's a change. So peacefully, when you know that your body is functioning at its optimal level, the vitality. Let me tell you, when I had one client that when she started using, well, not started using, started following what we were doing with regard to the blood type. In addition to losing weight in 2 weeks, she lost like 10 pounds. All her blood work from her doctor was amazed. He's like, what the heck are you doing? Her triglycerides decreased. Her blood pressure went down. And this is just by eating foods that are going to boost you in the right way as opposed to foods that don't. Now, I'll quickly name some foods that don't boost you. They're the processed ones when we go to the grocery store. And we all know what they are pretty much, but sometimes we ain't really looking at that, right? It's those frozen foods like the box pizza, the hot pockets, those meals they like to tell you the EVOL and has high sodium in it, and the cans of soup that we're eating. All this stuff is not really good for our body. The more we get to nature, which is peaceful, meaning eating fruits and vegetables that work for us, the more the body is going to love the fact that you do it. So when I have women go through this process and see the difference for themselves when they feel it from inside out, it affects their families because now maybe she's not screaming and yelling at the kids because she's hangry and she don't went to the drive-through and ate some fast food that just put more grease in her body and put more weight on her body, and then she's feeling terrible again, and then she's ashamed. It's a process. It's a cycle, girl. It's a cycle. So when we start really taking the time to go to the grocery store and get the fresh vegetables or even frozen ones and start laying out what we need to do and start sharing that with our family. It's a ripple effect because I truly feel once I help transform that one person, that one woman in her household, she's going to educate her kids to eat better. That helps the spouse. Then that helps her family, her circle of family outside of that. Then it helps her community because now she's sharing with her community what she's doing and how good she's looking and feeling. Then it goes to that state. Then it goes to the nation, and then it goes to the world. So it's just starting with one person, that woman that took care of herself and made her health a priority that gives her peace because now that circle of life is happening in everything she does that she touches because she feels so good inside and how she feels with that confidence again and that vitality again to say, hey, I can do this, Lord. I am a phenomenal woman for real. That's the way I see it.
Yes, I love it. I love it. And just as you were talking, I was getting excited for this woman who now is able to experience peace at a level that she's never experienced it before because she
Mhm.
changed a few things so that now she can really show up as the her God created her to show up as.
Amen. That's right.
Yes, I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. Well, let me get a little bit personal here. And I want to ask you personally, what do you do to maintain peace in your life?
Wow, girl. For me, let me tell you, because this is us talking, right? So we can talk how we talk.
Well, wait a minute. It's us and everybody else watching, but yes.
Yeah, everybody else watching. That's right. That's right. So I do a couple of things. First thing for me in the mornings, I go into my prayer time because I know that keeps me grounded. It gives me more communication and my intimacy with Jesus. So I'm just letting y'all know I'm kingdom, just letting people know that I truly, truly believe He is the center of everything I do and everything I touch. So I take that to heart. The second thing I do is I write my journal. That journal just allows me to flush out whatever's going on, whatever happening. I do keep a food journal. I do keep a food journal still after 10 years of keeping this weight off. I still keep a food journal because it keeps me accountable. I know exactly what's going into my mouth. And hey, don't get me wrong, I do have processed foods once in a while, but I don't make a habit of it. There's a difference. There's a difference, okay? We just went out to a restaurant the other night, which I was like, wow, my husband allows us to go to a restaurant because he likes to cook. He's the chef, so he'd rather cook at home. So we went to a restaurant. I'm just saying that I keep a regular journal that I write in, and I'm gratitude journal. Then I also have a food journal, keep me accountable with what's going in my mouth. I definitely exercise every single day, except Saturdays, because I have a show in the Heart of Coaching, so it gives me time to prep for that. But I do exercise some kind of way each day to keep my body moving because being the fact that I'm a health coach, I like to people to know that I'm walking the walk just as much as I'm teaching and educating them at the same time. How would it look? I thought about that one day, Kel. How would it look for me to be a coach in this field of health and wellness and I'm not healthy? I'm coughing every time I'm on the phone with somebody or they see my face looking like,
Right.
whatever. And, I'm looking a hot mess in the sense of, my health. But you know, I want to represent the best part of me to Jesus also, but I also want to represent the best part of me to my clients and whoever's looking to hire me in that capacity also. So I work on that each and every day. I really do work on that each and every day. So, and I also take time to have fun. I take time to hang out with hubby, and do that. And I love to travel. I love to read. I love to hang out with my Kingdom coaching friend too. So it's just a couple of things I like to do. But I'm just saying that's usually my routine is to serve some kind of way. If I'm not on Clubhouse, I'm on Facebook, I'm on other social media. I just love serving people in this capacity of health and wellness because I know what I know, and I know so many people, especially women, can be transformed by my knowledge by helping them because we women are usually the center point of everything in the household. I don't care whether you're single or married, doesn't matter. The woman is usually the center of everything that happens. So if we get her where she needs to be instead of her thinking herself last and nurturing everybody else and being selfless to fill up her cup, then I've done what I'm supposed to do. But that's how I keep my peace is just staying in the word, and standing on scriptures that work for me in my life and knowing that, God has me. So I don't worry about stuff. I really don't.
Yes, listen, the word is very clear about God keeping us in perfect peace. So if you stick with him, then you got that perfect peace. So
Amen.
thank
Amen.
you so much for that. Okay, so we got one last question. We're wrapping up here, and this is probably one of the most important questions. I know, listen, if anybody that's been listening or watching, if I don't want to say if they have any sense, we all have sense. But if they are ready to begin making changes in their lives so that they can see a new them, a healthier them, knowing that their children and all of the lives attached to them will be impacted by them making a shift and making a change. How can people get a hold of you? Now, I will let people know that because you are like all over the place, I'll make sure that I have all of your links.
Okay.
But how can people get a hold of you?
I would say my website. The name of my company is Living Loving You Well for a reason. That came to me in a dream or in shower because everything comes to me in water, Kellee. Okay, that's how he communicates most of the time with me. And that came to me, Living Loving You Well, and I said, okay, that's going to be the name of my company. It's going to be the name of my website. So all you have to do is type in livinglovingyouwell.com and it will pop up. Everything's there.
Okay, so I'll make sure that the name of your website is in the links and or linked in the description. I'll also be sure to link your social media contacts as well so that people can follow you because you are showing up on Facebook. You've got a group. I know you're on IG and all the places, LinkedIn and all the places. Okay, so I know I said that was the last question, but this really is another question. Hey, Terrell, so it's no secret, I coach coaches. And so one of the things that I really enjoy is affiliate marketing. That's a way for me. That's a way for me to get extra money in. And so we know that you like do this stuff with glasses. Do you have an affiliate link for all of your glasses?
Yes, I do. Zenni Optical is the place I go to, and I have 22 pairs.
Okay. Okay.
So far.
Listen, wait, where am I? So wait, right here we go. For those of you that can see, okay, I have got, so these are my readers, right? And I've got probably 10 pair of readers because my 40-something-year-old eyes are saying, look, child, we stressed. And I also do wear glasses, but I typically don't wear the glasses because I can see okay without them. But last week I was like, you know what? I think it's just time. It's just time. And so I happened to actually go onto Zenni and I found some bad frames. They have bifocals. And I'm like, okay, am I there? I'm there. So
I'm already there. So
yes, but it's cool because we can be all the way together, okay?
that's
For
right.
eyewear.
That's right. That's
So
right.
do me a favor and just get me the link for your affiliate link for Zenni Optical, and I'll make sure that that is in the show notes and the description as well. So if other people want to, get it together with their eyewear, they can take part.
That's right. And I have to tell you a quick story with that because I remember when I was like 6 or 7 and had to go to the eye doctor. I lived in the city, meaning New York, the Big Apple. And my mom took me to the, what's it called, optometrist or whatever the name is. I can't think right now. But anyway, I remember them saying to my mom, like, she needs glasses. And my heart just sank because I'm like, I don't want to wear glasses for the rest of my life. And they were telling my mom that I would have to. And we went to the store while we were there because they had their own area of glasses. And she put on these black frames for me. And I kept saying, I look like a boy, Mom. I look like a boy. Oh, honey, you know how your mother goes, oh, no, you look cute. I'm like, no, I look like a boy, Mom. And she said, so I said, Mom, I have to wear this. She said, you're going to have to wear this for the rest of your life. I said, I'm going to have to wear black glasses for the rest of my life. She said, well, this is all they got. When you get old enough, you buy your own glasses. So, so since I saw Zenni like a couple of years ago, probably 5 years ago, I said, well, I remember what mommy said, you could buy your own glasses. So I found a place to start buying my own glasses because they have great eyewear for anybody that wants to wear eyewear. And I have so many different kinds. And I buy usually twice a year, a couple of frames twice a year. And they're my prescription. Everybody always asks me, are those readers? No. These are my prescription. Each one, it has bifocals in it, and I'm fly with it. So I know I look good in it. So.
Yes. Listen, when I tell you I saw some frames, I was hearting all them frames. I was like,
yep, that's
all
right.
of these frames.
That's right. That's
yes,
right.
yes. There is no reason why we cannot be flying fabulous with our eyewear. Absolutely.
Especially over 50.
Right. So I'm not there yet, but yes. but yes. 40 plus. Yes.
Yes.
yes, 40 plus, definitely. All righty. Well, Coach T, it is a pleasure again getting to be in space with you. And I just love you and I appreciate you. And I'm just so glad that God brought us together.
I am too.
You really add so much value to my life. And listen, y'all, I will tell you that I just saw this. Somebody just posted something about this on social media the other day, and they say that of a client will become a friend to you before a friend will become a client for you. And I have to tell you, that has been my experience, that I am my clients, people that have come into my space, y'all just are friends. And I'm just so glad I get to call you friend and sister in Christ. So
Yes.
thank you so much for hopping aboard and answering the call to show up for my coaching audience. And I just know that such huge things are on the horizon for you.
Yes.
And I for one am really glad that I get to know you and experience you before you really, really blow up. Because you'll be so untouchable. I'm gonna be like, can I speak to Coach T? Who is this? And I'll put you on her schedule. So thank you so much for
Thank you.
yes, you're so very welcome. I'm so glad you were here. So for all of you, I will see you again next time. You know, I always have a great interview for you. And I'm just, you know, again, I say it all the time, but it's true. I love what I do. So this excites me. So with that being said, thank you so much, Coach T. And thank you to all of you. Yeah. Thank you to all of you watching on YouTube and those of you listening in on the podcast. I will see you all later. Adios, guys.
Bye. Love you.